Sometimes I'm asked, why does my cup of flour show 150 grams when other recipes or the bag of flour shows a different amount? This has to do with my limitations and how I was learning to bake again. When manufacturers have a specific amount on their bag, like 120 grams for example, they have sifted their flour with machines and it's nice and light and fluffy. When I was first learning to bake again, I had to work within my restrictions. I never imagined that I was going to start showing people how to make my own recipes. Now, for me to sift flour, it took a lot of effort and time, and I never could get it to that exact 120. I was just scooping it straight out of the bag and leveling it off with a knife. And almost always I would get about 150 grams. Sometimes it would be 149, sometimes 151. And then if I would use a different measuring cup, I would get a different amount altogether. But since it was much easier for me to use the plastic measuring cup as opposed to the metal ones, I ended up sticking with that measurement of 150 on average. And then one day I noticed something. I asked my husband to help me measure out flour, and he started scooping it the same way. So then I started asking other people to measure me out some flour, and they were also scooping it and leveling it the same way I did. They weren't pre-sifting their flour. It was very rare that you would see someone stir up the flour or spoon it into the measuring cup or even sift it. I realized this could be a benefit for everyone, so I stuck with this measurement of 150 grams whenever I started creating recipes. I soon realized it was much easier for my mobility issues to weigh my ingredients as opposed to using measuring cups. It's been many years since I've used measuring cups to even create a recipe, but I've always stuck with that 150 grams per cup. So if you are one of those people who pre-sift your flour ahead of time, you may need to add an extra quarter cup to compensate. But better yet, why not use scales? You will always have accurate results if you weigh your ingredients as opposed to using measuring cups. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy baking.